been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. You look good. You look good. What you been doing? You been working out? Dieting? Yeah? Cool. Cool. Yeah. Hey, it's Wednesday night. My name is Kirk Anthony 13. Welcome to my TED Talk. Tonight, is going to be eating too little and starvation mode. A bunch of malarkey, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. So I'm dieting too. And I'm drinking these cold ones. La Croix. I speak a little French. Yeah. I don't know if the TED Talks are going to be as good because I'm not as drunk as I was before. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens au natural. So, you just started dieting. And you're like, I got to get rid of this fat because I'm a fat piece of shit. I came up with that. If you hear someone else say, fat piece of shit, you know they got it from me. So, you're tired of being a fat piece of shit. You got your diet. You're ready to start dieting and get healthy and all that shit. And so most people, they want to create a deficit. They start eating too little. They start just taking shit out, eating salads and shit. And they start eating too little. With your limited knowledge and tiny brain, Tyrannosaurus Rex brain, compared to the mass of your body. Actually, probably Tyrannosaurus brain is probably huge. But compared to their body, it's small, like a peanut brain. That's what you have. So, a lot of times you just want to eat less. You think, well, I just eat less. That's better than eating too much, right? So a lot of times they give someone a meal plan and has 6 meals on it. It feels like a lot of food because it's real nutrient dense. And they're like, oh man, I didn't eat the eggs. I couldn't get down the chicken. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do all that. But I didn't eat more. I feel you. And I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess it's better than eating too much. But for your goals still, eating too little has adverse effects. We're going to go into that. You don't want to eat too little. You don't want to eat too much. Okay? And it's constantly changing as you change.
That's interesting, man. That's freaking interesting.
Okay, so eating too little. Here's the dumbed down explanation. The dumbed down, dumbing it down explanation. You're building a house. The house needs 1,000 bricks, 500 pounds of mortar. Mortar's the shit that holds bricks together. And 60 yards of electrical wire for electricity and shit like that. You need all of this to build the house. If you're short, you're not going to be able to hold all the bricks if you're short on the mortar. If you're short on the bricks, you're not going to be able to build the house. If you're short on the wires, you're not going to be able to have electricity running all through your house correctly, efficiently. You can look at that as like your protein, carbs, and fats. You need it all to be exact for your body to work the correct way. The horseshit starvation mode theory. It's horseshit, okay? Here's some real life examples. And the first one I'm going to use, I don't mean it in any disrespectful way. The images of Holocaust prisoners, meth heads, and anorexics. I don't mean that in a funny way. And I'll be joking around, but I don't mean that in a funny way. When you aren't eating, you are going. If you're literally starving, if your body's not getting food in, you're going to get smaller. There's no way around it. It's a law, like gravity. Okay, you're going to get smaller and smaller and skinnier, and your body's going to get rid of anything it doesn't need and try to keep you alive as long as possible. But eventually, you may possibly die. You will possibly die, depending on how. If you go days and days and days without eating, you're going to die. So, that being said...
That's freaking interesting, man. That's freaking interesting. Tell me more.
People will sometimes be on the dieting and will measure or whatever, and they haven't lost weight, or they even went up a little, and they're like, man, I'm doing everything you said, man. But I'm not even eating everything. And I just want to tell you, when you say that, you're full of shit. Okay? You're full of shit. You may not know that you're eating too much, but you're eating too much. You may think the little bites or nibbles that you had didn't count. It counted. You know what I'm saying? And so if you aren't eating, you are going to get smaller. Now I'll tell you what will happen. Okay, I'll tell you what will happen. You're eating 1600 calories per day. You're eating less, right? And over time, your metabolism is going to adapt, right? You're going to burn about as much as you're taking in. Okay? So your metabolism is going to slow down. And what that means is your body is going to become more efficient with the low amount of food that you're eating. Okay? So if you're talking about, let's say, like a diesel truck or something like that, it's burning up fuel. You have low gas mileage, right? When your body is burning, your metabolism is high, you're doing everything right on the diet, and you're lifting and everything, your body's running like a diesel truck. You don't have very much miles per gallon. When you're eating in a deficit for a long time and your metabolism slows down, it's like having an economy car where you're getting like 50 miles per gallon. Does that make sense?
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.